everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be unboxing my brand new Bambu Lab H2D 3D printer. This printer is not my first 3D printer. It's actually my second out of 3 Bambu Lab 3D printers that I have. My very first 3D printer was the X1C, or better known as the Carbon printer from Bambu Lab. And I do have a third printer since I went pretty viral for a product that I made for a specific cup. I created a cup holder for it and it went and blew up on all the platforms. Besides the X1C printer, I also own a A1 printer. As you can tell, I am a huge fan of Bambu Lab. I love working with them. I love the brand, the company, and everything they stand for and the products that they make. They truly take pride in their products. I do make my own STL files, so there will be tutorials coming on how you can make your own STL files using a free software like Tinkercad in the future. However, in this video, we are going to unbox this printer and I'm going to show you my first print and setup process. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'm more than happy to help where I can. And if you're thinking about getting a 3D printer, do. And if you feel like it, please consider using my affiliate link. I am an affiliate with them. And as a thank you, I'm more than happy to help get you started and set you up and do a little one-on-one Zoom call to help you with whatever you may need. Huge thank you to Bambu Lab for working with me again. I am so excited about this collab. For now, let's go ahead and get started with the unboxing. If you've been curious whether the Bambu Lab H2D is actually worth the hype, today I'm unboxing it, setting it up for the first time, and giving you my honest impressions. No fancy edits, just real creator thoughts. I've worked with multiple of the Bambu Lab 3D printers in my small business, so I'm always looking for machines that are beginner friendly but still powerful enough to scale. As I'm unpackaging this box right away, Bambu Lab packaging is very intentional. Everything is labeled, protected, and laid out in a way that doesn't feel overwhelming, because I know it seems like there's a lot of moving pieces, but it's actually very much plug and play. Right away, we're going to use this toolbox that came in the accessories box kit, and we're going to start removing all of the screws that were meant to keep everything in place. Don't lose them, put them in a Ziploc baggie, or just keep them handy in case you ever need to move your printer and you want to put all this stuff back in here to keep it safe. And can I just say, I really appreciate when brands include clearly labeled accessories, because if you're new to 3D printing, this matters a lot. Like, what are we doing? Where are we doing it? And in the instructions right away, it tells you to remove everything that is going to be in the way of this build plate being able to lift and lower once we turn the machine on. We started with removing everything inside of the machine, and this little tube is very important. It comes way too long. You're going to have to trim it. If not, you're going to get an error message from your machine once you turn it on. It's going to tell you need to trim it. So this is I'll show you about how much here in a second you're going to have to trim. But after we remove everything from the inside, you literally just place your AMS on top, remove the phone that's right here where I'm pointing at the bottom and on the sides before this plate starts to rise, so that nothing gets caught in the way. And it's really good about having orange arrows inside to where all the little screws can be found. And then you'll have to turn it on, and it's going to have to do itself, calibration and all of that stuff. You just have to go through the prompts and continue on until it's ready to go. Right now it's doing a nozzle calibration and all things of that sort. I made a mistake earlier by calling it a PETG tube. It's actually a PTFE tube. And here's that error message. We had to cut about, I would say, 3 to 4 inches for it to be comfortably fit on there. And then the setup was finally complete. We went ahead and added our filament, and you just grab your filament and you put it in through the little hole. Now, to use because this printer comes with 2 nozzles, right? The left and the right nozzle. To use that left nozzle, you will have to install the whatever filament through that tube, and that's going to be dedicated for the left nozzle. So it doesn't matter how many filament rolls you have up here on the AMS up top, those are all going to be for the right nozzle, unless you get an additional AMS, which you can do with this. Other than that, the left nozzle will be used always and only by the filament outside of the machine. That's it. The right nozzle is going to be any filament in the AMS. And here I am making my first print, and I made the mistake of doing this by layer instead of by color, so I wasted so much filament. But these are my viral barista cup holders that I came up with, and This is the first thing that I printed. I removed them off the plate. As you could see, I fit 6 on here, which it's a very big plate, you guys. I think I underestimated how big this machine is compared to my X1C carbon, or my X1 carbon. I call it X1C carbon, but anyway, that's repetitive. As far as storage goes, we have all of our 3D printers on the back wall of this office space. So we have our A1 here, our H2D, and the X1 carbon. And they're all kind of here. This is what it looked like after I had this area set up, because I do have an embroidery machine as well. I love this cart that I got. Yes, it does shake. Although the cart comes with wheels, we just didn't install them because obviously if you have wheels on this, it's going to shake so much more. And honestly, guys, no matter what table I placed it on, it would shake. So that's just I guess one of the cons of having a 3D printer. It's gonna shake. So yes, it shakes, but no, it has not fallen off my cart. I filmed this in November and we are posting it in February, and it is a very big and heavy printer. It's not going anywhere. It is not gonna fall. So I do highly recommend this cart and stand. I will leave it linked in the description in case you also want to get yourself one. I got this one from Amazon. Now I want to go ahead and talk about some of the specs on this H2D Bambu Lab printer. It's almost 1/2 meter wide and deep and over 60 centimeters tall. So plan your workspace accordingly. I specifically found this stand on Amazon for this printer. This is about the size of a small microwave, but way taller. So I'm just trying to give you some perspective on how wide it is. I'm giving it a dedicated spot in the specific area and on this cart that can also hold filament. And if you saw my video just a little bit earlier, I have a printer in the middle shelf. Like it's awesome. I love it. The box is even bigger, so make sure you have space to unpack it before it arrives. Something else I wanted to note, this thing is way quieter than the X1 carbon printer that I have. That thing is loud, so I do really appreciate that. Now, if you're someone who's wondering, do I buy this instead of the X1 carbon or the A1? It all depends on size. All these printers do the same thing. What do you need it for? What's your use for it? How big of a project are you going to be wanting to print? So that's going to limit you and kind of be the deciding factor on which one you end up going with. I love the H2D. It is my favorite one of them all. It's very quick, but it's very quiet. It's not as loud as my X1 carbon, but it's also not as compact as my A1. So I do have favorite specs from each printer. So that's just going to be something that you think about, that you might want to think about. But it is literally plug and play. It comes with the QR code for you to follow step by step. But all you do is unbox it, remove the things from the inside, insert the build plate, add the AMS on top, and let the machine do its prompts. Click next through everything, do your Wi-Fi and all that stuff. And then before you realize it, you are set up. Honestly, the toughest part was getting it through the door and out of that box. Everything else is literally plug and play. If you don't have Bambu Lab Studio, you will have to download that, set up an account and all that stuff. I already have that and I didn't want to include that in this video. But let me know if you'd like a separate video. I'm more than happy to make it. Or if you guys just are ready to see STL file videos, I'm also more than happy to do that. As always, let me know if you have any questions. I'm in the comments. I'm more than happy to help where I can. And I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. If you ever use any of my affiliate links to purchase a machine, please email me and let me know, and I'll be happy to give you a one-on-one class.